Hey everyone, welcome to That Pedal Show. Dan here.
Mick here, hello. Please subscribe, do that first. And go to That Pedal Show store and buy merch. We've got some lovely new tees. It's how we fund this show. If you haven't turned off already, it's a challenge.
Indeed.
We like the challenges. This challenge is from Jason Sears. Jason, thank you so much. If you want to submit a challenge, please feel free to do so. We love them.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Jason says, here's the challenge. Dan builds a one brand pedal board. That means the pedals all have to be the same brand. For Mick, from a company that he doesn't commonly gravitate toward. Mick does the same for Dan. High scores for the best sounding and most likely to use rig.
I love this.
Jason, thanks so much for the challenge. So we've approached it with gusto. We've also added a couple of stipulations.
So one of them being, we've also chosen an amp for each other, which is very cool.
And a guitar that you have to start with.
Yeah, it's very good.
You can change the guitar thereafter because that might be interesting for you lot to see different guitars. But so yeah. Okay, then brands you wouldn't normally gravitate towards. This doesn't necessarily mean brands you don't like, because I don't know if there are any brands we don't like as such, but there are things we don't gravitate towards. So, for example, Dan could choose maybe Strymon for me, even though I'm a massive fan of the Volante and the Flint and some other things and would happily use them. It's not something I use every day. Anyway, for Dan, okay, my first thought was to try something off the wall, really good fun that would be highly creative, and it was the stuff that comes under the Third Man brand, right? This one's done by Union Tube and Transistor, and we've got some other stuff done by Copper Sound. And that would be really great. The only thing is we don't have enough of it. And basically I'd end up with a kill switch and a fuzz and an octave. So no ambient effects, and that's no good for Dan. Dan's got to have some delay and reverb because he hates playing without it. So I don't want to scupper him, right? So my next thought was to play it a bit safer and go for a brand that I really love, but I'm not sure that Dan is massively across. And that brand is Caroline. Philippe Herndon, lovely, lovely, lovely man. Makes really, really great stuff. We've had the Hawaiian Pizza on the show. We've had a few of their pedals on the show. And they also make a really great delay and reverb that I really enjoy using. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Righto, progress is being made. I've chosen the Shigeharu, I think that's how you say it, which is fuzz, octave, but also does a convincing overdrive, apparently. Argh, which is a phaser vibrato, megabyte, delay, meteor, reverb. So, you know, overdrive, modulation, delay and reverb. Dan should be really, really happy with that. And he could go out and do a gig with that. I feel fairly confident. Power's really simple. I checked on the Caroline website, and apparently none of these draw any more than 60 milliamps, which is really great. It means we can keep the power very simple. We'll just take a moment to the only pedal board I have available of appropriate size is a Schmidt array. Life is weird sometimes. And then underneath, very simple gig rig isolator off a distributor, knee bone's connected to the hip bone, thigh bone's connected to the neck bone. There we go, and done. So simple patch cables. Actually, some of this power stuff isn't required, but it's what I had to hand. So that's why I've used it. The input's going to be on this green one here on the side, don't quite see it there. And then the output will be from the reverb. I'm just going to test that it does actually work and that we've got power to everything. Megabytes flashing, that's good. Yep. Yep. Yes. Cool. Let's see what he makes of this.
I want to get Mick's creative juices flowing. I want to give him some pedals that he can't just look at and go, oh yeah, that, and that. But I want the sounds to be something that I know he's going to connect with. But there has to be an element of exploration there for him, because I love the idea of when Mick steps, he only has to go a little bit away from his true north, and then what comes out is just flipping magical. So I'm really hoping to cultivate a little bit of that. The brand that I've gone for is Copper Sound. So years ago, Copper Sound sent me one of their broadcaster overdrives. Bless them, they made it like red. And it's an amazing sort of germanium treble booster, preampy type thing, really fabulous sounding thing. And we haven't featured a lot of their things on the show, but one thing that we have featured was the Foxcatcher. Where's that gone? I recently put this on a pedal board when I was doing some work for Seal. And it's a superb sounding overdrive. So I thought, okay, I think Mick will really dig this, but also Mick being a massive fan of his CXM 1978, the reverb, you know, we both are big fans of that pedal. They do the Daedalus, which is a dual reverb. We have had this on the show before. It sounds wonderful. I think especially because of the amp that I've chosen for him, it will be a sort of always on thing. The start of the chain is going to be this. So this is the Renegade Fuzz. They call it a multi-bias fuzz. The way that you bias transistors in a fuzz circuit, it does a few things, but it makes it more or less spitty, and Mick loves a spitty fuzz. So I figure we'll make that the first in the chain and the Foxcatcher second. We'll actually make the reverb third, and fourth in the chain is this, the Loma Preta, and it is a harmonic tremolo. Super cool sounding thing, and lots of different, you can change the waveform and you know, tap tempo and all this sort of stuff. So obviously we love harmonic tremolo. It's such a great sound, so I know Mick will dig this. You can also plug an expression pedal into it to control the speed. So I think, and we'll put that right at the end of the chain, so after the reverb. So here's how that is going to look. I think that looks absolutely superb. So we get everything plugged in. I've got some gig rig power underneath there. And that, now I think this is going to sound amazing. Obviously there's no switcher today, but I do know that the broadcaster does have uses a really nice relay bypass. So I'm assuming the same is going to be true in all of these. So really simple, just series all the way and then power them up. I will need to check on the current draw. 75 milliamps. Okay, great. So I can run all of these just off a single isolator. And I've got actually one of the old style isolators. Found a few of those recently. So that'll be that. So the power is pretty simple, except for one thing. I'm going to send 18 volts to the Foxcatcher. Now, if it doesn't work, I can just quickly undo it. But what I want to do with this is give it as much headroom. I mean, it's kind of an oxymoron, right? Wanting headroom with an overdrive, because the whole point of an overdrive is it doesn't have headroom. It's all about the way it limits. I'm going to try it. I've got to just have a sneaking suspicion that this on 18 volts is going to sound really good. That will be that, and then I'm going to run the isolator here, and then that will power everything else. Nice. Okay, I'm going to grab myself another cup of coffee into my first mug. It's so cool.
Amps.
Do you want to do the amp reveal first?
Do you want to?
Yeah. So, right. Okay, let me do yours first.
All right.
All right. Okay. You ready?
Hey! Cool.
So the idea behind this
Dr. ZZ80, in case
Dr.
you can't quite see.
ZZ80, it's an extraordinary thing. Now, you've never gravitated towards a Voxy thing, but the idea is there is so much headroom in this, and it does have the chime, but a lot of people online have called this the marshalliest Vox ever made. And I thought, okay, let's pair that with a 4x12 with all of that power.
Because it's EL34s, isn't it?
EL34s. Yep, 4 EL34s.
I do just have to do that.
Yes, sorry.
That is absolutely doing my head in. So.
Still doesn't mean to go on.
I know.
But yeah, I thought this could be the pairing that works for you. And it's
on
not something that
412.
you on a 4x12, exactly.
I love it. I'm already happy.
All right.
Okay, and for you, Daniel.
Okay. Oh, yes.
We don't need this.
Fantastic.
So obviously the flight case was there.
Wow.
To throw you off the scent. It's been on the show. It's been on the show briefly before. It's a Mark III Mesa Boogie from the 1980s. It has an interesting story in that it used to be owned by a dear old friend of mine called David Miles, and David's son Simon is the drummer in a band I play in, and Simon and his mum Sadie have been gracious enough to lend us the amp for a little while, because it was then owned by, before David, it was owned by Robbie McIntosh, and before that it was owned by Chrissy Hind. So it's a Mark III Boogie, and I've chosen it because Dan tends not to go for the like small high power amps with 6L6s. You tend not to do that.
No.
So it's 100 watts, it's a tiny box, it's an EV speaker.
We've both gone with really high powered
I think
which is really cool.
We were stung a bit after the last challenge of not having enough power. Cool. Amps. All right, board then. Do it together.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on! Oh, fantastic.
Okay, so you've gone for copper sound.
I have.
Nice. Okay, I've gone with Caroline.
Yes, beautiful.
As I've said in the vlog, you could take that out and do a gig tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, and I kind of feel the same with this.
So what we haven't done is gone, I'm going to give you something that you would really hate and not get into at all, because that's not what the in Jason's words, best sounding, most likely to use.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Great. Let's plug everything up and come back.
Okay. And we're back in the room.
All plugged up. We haven't plugged anything in yet.
No.
We just plugged in. We haven't actually turned on. One last reveal to do then. Guitar.
So I'm choosing a guitar for Mick and he's choosing a guitar for me. Ready?
Yep. Oh, wow. I'm honoured.
So...
I'm honoured.
The thing about it being kind of martially, but also the thing with that SG is because it's a lighter sounding, it's open, but you're also used to the, shall we say, the idiosyncrasies of old Gibsons. And I just think to start off with, I think that might work really well.
I'm excited. I love this guitar. I love SGs. Well, it's a Les Paul, but you know what I mean. Thank you, mate.
Yes.
That's very generous of you. I've gone a bit more left field from you. There were 2 left field choices.
Okay.
One, I was going to start with the baritone.
Okay.
But I'm not going to do that because I think it's so weird. You won't have any idea what's going on with the pedals. So we might play it for the rest of the show. So instead, I've got something else for you.
Okay. I'm expecting him to pull out a bass. No way. The DGT.
This.
Okay.
I'm going to say this is everything Dan doesn't like about guitars. Pretty much. It's thick and fat sounding.
Right.
It's got a waggle bar on it. And it's as far away from a Telecaster as you can get.
Okay.
So I'm interested to see what we do with it. But it does sound great. We know that the guitar sounds really good. I don't know where it is for tuning, so we'll have to figure that out in a minute.
2 volumes and a master tone?
Correct.
Okay.
And on the master tone, so you got volume bridge, volume neck,
Yep.
And then
volume bridge, volume neck. Okay.
Yeah, like it would be. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people, but
okay. Yep. Volume bridge, volume neck. Yep.
Yeah, and then master tone with a
split coil.
Split coil if you want.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm bang on. Look, absolutely perfectly in tune.
Great. And I'm not kidding. That guitar's been sat in my office for months, barely played.
Yeah.
And I just checked the strings were okay, and they are.
Yep. Yep. Bang, man, that's okay. Bang on in tune. Amazing. All right.
Cool.
That sounds great. It might be a little bit punchy.
That's the clean channel. So you want it cleaned up a bit?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, keep
it
going.
sounds wonderful. Far out. That's amazing.
There's reverb in the amp currently.
Is there?
But we can turn that off if you want.
No.
And the graphic equalizer is currently in, so you can change that if you want, but it's currently set to the sort of exaggerated smiley face.
Where's the reverb?
In the back of the amp, in the bottom.
That's very
And the
good.
controls ramp.
As a sound to start with, I'm really happy with that.
Happy to go there?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is blocked off, right? Can't use
That's
this?
blocked off, correct?
Can't use that.
There you go. Some fresh strings on there as well.
That is punchy.
Very punchy.
That is punchy. We got some noise coming from somewhere. There's noise coming from that as well.
Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it, when you use gear you're not used to?
Yeah.
All the things you've ironed out of your own rig
That's right.
and solved, all of a sudden you start from scratch again when you've got new stuff. Okay, see what you make of this then. It's called... Oh, by the way, I didn't mess around with the Z too much. I got it to a point where it's kind of... On the bridge pickup, if I hit it hard, it just breaks up. And it's just slightly more treble than I'm comfortable with.
Nice.
And that is how I would set any amp.
Right, okay.
And then once you get into it, you can start tweaking. But I always think if any of your controls are kind of like...
Extreme.
Something's not right.
Okay.
On most amps.
Right.
You know, you want to be between 3 and 7 or 3 and 8 really on any control on an amp, I always think, unless it's volume, in which case it wants to be on 10. But no. And I think if you're too far outside of that, something's a little awry elsewhere, I always think.
Yeah, it depends on the speakers and all that sort of stuff that you're using. And sometimes with the EQ circuit, it can be nice to have it wide open. But when it's paired nicely, there's those magic spots in the middle.
As a start point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan. So this is called the Shigeharu. The Shigeharu.
That was my next guess.
Which is obviously what this means.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you that. Did you ever crave a fuzzy mix of a screamerish punch with muffy hairiness?
No, I do.
It uses an IC and a BC184 transistor gain stage.
Oh, okay.
So I would say just see what you can learn by changing the controls.
Okay.
And if you get confused, I can help. Drive, level,
Yeah.
body, tone.
Okay. So I can control so much of that gain just from here.
I got two questions for you.
Certainly.
One is what's difficult to play about that guitar for you?
Nothing.
Oh, really? It felt like you're kind of like.
Well, it's just new, and
Yeah.
and I'm kind of trying to find my way around it, but it's all there.
Yeah, I wondered if it might be set up a bit low and for you, but
No, I mean, maybe it's, I don't know.
you can't dig into it like you can on the telly, can you?
No.
But I would have thought you'd be used to that from this because you can't do that on this either.
Yeah, I'm getting there on that.
Okay, so sorry, you were saying you can get so much off the volume control.
Yeah, with that, I can back it off just a little bit where I'm not losing volume.
Can I try one experiment?
Please.
I'm going to turn everything up,
Yes.
and I'm going to encourage you to go down to like 2 and 3 on that volume control.
Okay, all right.
Just see, this is just an experiment to see if that is possible. Because the reason we're trying it is because there's so much gain in this.
There's so much gain.
To get a clean, it's quite hard.
Mm-hmm.
Try 2 and 1.
It's really cool. The treble bleed in this, that's when it sort of comes into its own.
Yeah. Because am I right in saying you would never venture down to 2 or 1 on a volume control?
Never.
Since I started playing Gibsons, I do all the time.
Oh, interesting.
Like literally, quite often my Lester will be on 2.
Okay.
For a clean sound.
Right.
Because that's how much it will clean up.
Okay.
All right. Like, not like?
Yeah, it's great. It's definitely, it's like an adventurous muff.
And
it's got the bigness, but the nice rough edges and stuff. So I'd definitely work with that for sure.
And you had the gain set on minimum, didn't you?
Yeah, all the way off.
Yeah. So in the manual it says it can say, oh, my fuzz is like an overdrive. It only is if your guitar is way, way, way down.
Sure.
Okay, I got 2 gain stages then. The Renegade is a fuzz. Mm-hmm. This will be interesting.
Mm-hmm. I want to try one thing really quickly.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Okay. So this can take between 9 and 18. I'm going to put 18 volts in here.
Okay.
To give you a little bit more headroom, because it feels like it's just running out. You've got nothing left to play with.
So weird, like full up, it's really wicked fuzz.
Yeah.
Volume down, it's like
Nasty and
only could you use that in front of a really gained amp.
you sure? Okay.
Or another overdrive, like a treble booster.
Right.
And I think it would function pretty well with that. But something about that input impedance of this pickup is going,
It's not happy.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like a treble booster would, to be fair.
Sure.
Yeah, a treble booster would do exactly the same thing, where you're like, no, this has got to be hitting something overdriving. I love the fuzz.
Yeah. As a fuzz.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
Foxcatcher then. So we got overdrive and boost, presumably.
You do, and you can change the order of them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
All right.
boost and overdrive.
we got hums today. I'll tell you what I'm learning about this.
Yes.
Good gritty sounding overdrive. It could do with more output volume. Not quite sure why it's not.
Let me
more.
just. I want to swap the 18 volts over and
Okay.
just see what that does. Okay.
All right. So Dan's just made the Foxcatcher 18 volts. Let's see if that makes it louder. That is super interesting because it is a bit louder, but it's way more open sounding.
Okay, there you go.
So what
Interesting.
you could do now is just turn the volume down a bit. Actually, the gain is up. It's obviously not designed as a high gain pedal. Tell you what's happening, which is really interesting. I think a combination of the amp and that pedal, it's that very sort of present post-Marshall-y type edge of note that some players just love, you know, the directness of it, and the kind of thing I always try and tame. So the first thing I've done is turn the tone control on the guitar down just to round out some of that edge a bit.
Right.
But of course, that is rock, and that's what gets you heard in a rock mix, is that edgy stuff of a guitar that's not too gained into a very direct amp.
I think what you should do now is get the reverb working.
Well, let's. Just one last thing to explain. What I've done is I've put the boost after.
Okay.
Because I've got the fuzz before.
Yes.
So you've got fuzz, overdrive, and then boost. I'm not quite sure what happened if we put that fuzz into it, but let's give it a go. That's pretty much how I would use it. I think.
Okay.
I would just take some bass out of the amp, but because lovely old pickups, 50s wiring, all of that, I think run that almost flat out and then everything off here.
Yeah.
Tone control, I don't think you will have never put it down here.
No.
Free.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's on the bridge pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, as you know, I don't really go for these.
No.
I'll try that in a minute, maybe.
Okay. Because the tone control on that neck pickup is disconnected.
Yeah.
Just be aware. Okay. I'm super interested in this delay.
I'll give you a quick tour.
Yep.
All right, because I do know it because I have had it on a board.
Okay.
You want to run the in fairly low, because if you run
It's got an separate input gain.
and if you run it high, it is designed to be crunchy.
Okay.
Time,
Yes.
but you've also got tap.
Okay.
Modulation.
Oh, cool.
I think that's subdivisions, actually, that one.
Right.
Repeats, bottom left, and output level, top left.
Okay.
So time, repeats, in, out.
That's really fantastic.
It's great delay, isn't it?
Really fantastic.
So you've got the in set really low here. If you were to just play clean a sec.
So it's the preamp feeding the input to the delay. It doesn't change the bypass.
Yeah.
That is
so
fantastic.
It never is crystal clear.
Right.
It's always a little bit
Crunchified.
crunchy on there. I've always loved it, actually.
It's the character in it is absolutely beautiful. That modulation is spectacular. I'm a fan.
Yeah, it's
Love it.
It's a lovely, lovely delay. I don't know if any of these do hold or anything like that, but anyway. Okay, so what have you got for me then? A dual reverb.
Right, the dual reverb.
We had this on.
We did
on the show once.
Yes,
I think.
we did. So the foot switch on the left turns the reverb on, and that is the silver controls. The foot switch on the right turns on the second reverb.
Okay.
Right, so you can have an always-on reverb that just sort of
nice
gives the amp a little bit of cushion.
Yeah. And
then when you want a larger reverb, you can kick the second one on. But you need to have the...
What's blend doing then?
Your dry signal to the affected signal.
Cool. Right, another G chord then, I think. I'm going to be very glad to hear some reverb coming out of this amp.
So blend controls how much of the external pedal or device is heard in the reverb trails. This control corresponds to the effect. So reverb 2 controls the amount of reverb when the right foot switch is engaged. So it's like, you can set 2 different levels of reverb.
And what does blend need if you need an expression pedal?
Blend controls how much of the external pedal or device is heard in the reverb trails.
Oh, it's a loop. How cool.
Yeah, expression.
So it's obviously a
it's like
TRS.
a TRS splitter cable
nice.
to place any device in the effect in the decay of the reverb. So you can have a modulation
really cool.
in there.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So that's not doing anything now.
That's not doing anything now.
And that's good. That means my ears aren't actually broken. Dig it.
Yeah, I think it's a fabulous sounding reverb.
I like it, Mikey. I like it a lot.
Awesome.
What was that from? Lost Boys? I like it, Mikey. Yeah, I like it a lot. I really like it, actually. Yeah. What's interesting, because the Z is it's very open sounding and it's loud, but any time-based, like a delay or a reverb into an amp like that, set how it is always going to bloom nicely.
Yeah.
Because of the way the preamp is.
Because you hear the detail.
Yeah, really, really nice. It would be so cool to get something in the loop of that and start affecting that reverb, because then that's how we get into our, well, it's one of the ways we can get into things like our shimmers and our modulated reverbs.
But even EQ.
Yeah.
You know, I think, so that'll be a fun day.
Killer, man. I remember liking it when we did it.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite work out what the preamp thing was doing. Is it doing anything?
I'm assuming it's adding more signal into the reverb. Preamp increases the size of the reverb even further, also boosts the volume of any effect that's placed in the expression input jack.
Okay, right. Yeah.
Okay, so the Meteor then, I've got a suspicion.
See if you can, there's one reason the Meteor is not my main reverb on my pedal board.
Okay.
See if you can work out what it is.
Can't change the pre-delay time. Oh.
I've just remembered.
Okay. Okay, I'm just going to put some gain into it, because I've got a feeling that when you hear it like this, it's like, why can't you change the pre-delay? But I'm going to put some gain into it and let's see if that sort of makes sense then. So, totally get it. I totally get it, because it keeps the attack there. But that would be nice to be able to change the pre-delay time.
Yeah, I loved it, because as you put that, if you like, just play a sec. For me, that's where they really shine.
Right.
Like those
with all the edge.
slightly broken sounds, like the antithesis of your crystal clear,
pristine
digital delays and reverbs. And I think that is how they are intended.
Yes, completely.
Well, I know that's how they're intended.
Yeah, because that sound and lots of things can be gimmicky.
Yeah.
That is completely usable. I could really happily go out. I know what that's going to sound like out the front. It's going to be magical.
I also like the way you can play with a fairly clean sound, and yet it's the trails of your ambient effects that's giving the dirt and the grease around the edges.
Yeah, okay.
Like where a clean sound can be kind of like, that gives you the dirt under the fingernail, so to speak.
Sure.
While the tops are still lovely and painted.
Okay.
that's one of the worst analogies I've ever come up with.
Let's hear the Loma Prieta.
Loma Prieta. That obviously means something in Italian, I would guess, does it?
It means
Something
sexy
bridge?
time.
Does it mean something bridge? Because there is a bridge on it.
Okay. Yes.
Say what you see. Say what you see. Okay, little spin around. Unfortunately, we tried everything. The power, patch cables, fixing all the obvious things. The Loma Prieta is not happy, so we'll have to send that back to Copper Sound. It's not functioning. So apologies to Copper Sound. It is what it is. Arigato.
Arigato.
Which means?
Domo arigato, Mr. Robato.
Yes, it means thank you in Japanese. As it says on the top what it is, Dan.
It's a phase of vibrato.
Yeah.
So I'm colour me intrigued.
One thing I love about all of Philippe's pedals, they have the craziest controls, and you do need the decoding card to know what they do. So I can help if you get into trouble.
I'm in trouble. So okay, hang on. So speed, recycle,
which is
a feedback.
Yep.
Okay. Chess. Knight takes king.
Correct.
And shut through the heart. You're to blame. You give love a bad name.
You're on it.
groovy sound. Very, very groovy sound.
Sounded great when you did the short delay into the phaser. Very Davy G.
Very Davy G.
Just one thing to point out if you hadn't noticed. That switch on the left apparently takes it, changes the LFO to change it more like a vibrato than like a phaser.
Okay.
Turn the mix all the way up.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate, I couldn't work out for the life of me whether we were major or minor. Hence all the...
yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to say you could go out and do a gig with that tomorrow.
Yep.
And you'd be pretty happy?
Yeah.
Maybe not with a guitar.
I would have to change the guitar.
Yeah. And why?
It's just so alien. And... I mean, sonically and everything, really happy with the sounds, but I'd need at least one part of this puzzle to be a constant, which would be red. But I think it's a fabulous sounding guitar. Whenever I hear you play it, I'm like, man.
I think it for me, it absolutely encapsulates why some people are telly players and why some people are less planky. I want to say Les Paul players, but
Right.
you know, more refined
Sure.
guitar players.
Yep.
Because a telly, you can kick it all day long,
Yeah.
and you do kick it all
I
day
do
long,
kick it all
and
day
you
long.
engage with the guitar so physically. You just can't do it on a guitar like that in the
Right.
way that you do it. The
Right.
guitar just goes, I don't know what to do with this. It
Right.
doesn't have the headroom to take it.
Okay.
And I think the approach with a guitar like that is you have to stand off it.
Oh,
You have
okay.
to let it do the work.
Yeah, okay.
I think. I
Yeah,
mean, don't get me
that
wrong.
makes sense.
Grissom leans into his, and people do, but it's such a different game from a telly. I couldn't go out and gig this, unfortunately. Well,
Okay.
I could. I totally could. Overdrive and reverb.
Yeah, the Foxcatcher and the Revo, I think you could do.
And the full-on fuzz is pretty decent.
Yep.
On another day, the Loma Prieta may have worked. I love the reverb. The overdrive is in that sort of place where I actually think were that cranking a bit more, it would work even better.
Sure, okay. I don't know if the
It feels
amp
like
is...
a very real overdrive.
Sure, and I don't know... I mean, I have to be interested to hear you play with the Strat, but I don't know if the amp is also doing you any favours because it has so much of that stuff going on.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Certainly in a rock context. I mean,
Yeah.
I like it a lot. Actually, it would need to be the only place it can be is
Loud.
on the edge.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just too brittle.
Sure.
So I'm just going to turn it up to like 2 o'clock across the board. But 2 o'clock across the board.
Yeah.
That's better.
That's much better.
I can live with that.
Yeah, man.
Like,
Wow.
amps just have to be on the edge, don't they?
It just came alive then.
But it's insanely loud.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, insanely
really,
loud.
really
And then the Foxcatcher starts making more sense to me.
Yeah.
Because then the amp and the pedal are working in tandem and it really works. Man, this guitar is just...
It's pretty lovely.
It's awesome. I'm genuinely don't know how you can live with the tone control not connected.
Well, I think
because it means the volume pot doesn't really work.
well, it works differently. It's,
Yeah. It like you
It's not. It's less loaded.
yeah, and I know that you love that because
I
you
do.
love the open and bright.
I do.
I'm used to, well, you know, when the tone cap's of significant value, you turn it down and everything just it brings the whole thing down.
Yeah, sure.
And doesn't necessarily get too much darker,
Hmm.
depending on how you've got this all set. Anyway, blah, 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 for another day. Cool, man.
Yeah. You know what's really interesting is like in our personal rigs. So whenever we do an experience day, Mick and I set up our own rigs in the room and we go through it and, you know, it's some pretty amazing sounds that happen. And actually, when you get a bunch of stuff that you don't know, with lots of unfamiliar things. It's like, oh, our own thing, we've got pretty much dialed in.
Yeah, well, it's however many years of
Exactly.
consistent chopping. And I think then what happens is, what you then do is revert to type. And we've both done that a bit today.
Yeah.
We've both tried to find a place. And the only place I know where to go is a little bit of reverb, everything on 2 o'clock, and everything else on the guitar.
Right.
That's no matter what the gear is, I'll always be safe there, I think.
Sure.
I think. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. Killer.
That was so interesting. Yeah. Thank you for that challenge, Jason.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
tell us what you think. Tell us what you think. It'd be amazed to see what you think.
There might be some nips and tucks in this edit because it's taken us a minute to get here, but
Yeah.
that's all good. Okay.
I think the winner today, the amps, actually, because that thing is unreal.
Yeah, and we didn't even hear the other channels. And it's on like 2 on the volume. Insanely loud. Sounds big though, doesn't it?
Sounds incredible.
For a little box.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thanks, everyone. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Also, head over to thatpedalshowstore.com and grab some merch. Is what keeps us going. New T-shirts in stock for Christmas. It's awesome. Manly man.
Yes, with whiskey label.
Very nice. Very nice. Massive thank you to our patrons on Patreon. Thank you so much. And also, of course, our preferred retailers. Details in the description below. Join us on Monday, 5 p.m. British time, for viewers' comments and questions, because we'd love to hear from you and chip in and see what you thought about this, and other challenges as well. Bring your ideas.
We're up for it.
Yeah,
We're up for it. Good.
Brilliant.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
for
everyone.
watching. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.